I wanted to talk politics before we even get into anything. We were talking to Lloyd just before about what some people are calling the Trump rally. I'm curious, you woke up on Wednesday morning as an investor, and you thought what?
I woke up extremely bullish on Trump, believe it or not. And my thinking is as follows. This is the greatest, the United States is the greatest business in the world. And it's been undermanaged for a very long period of time. We now have a businessman in the president's, as the president, and he has power because Republicans control Congress, Republicans control the Senate. He's going to launch a major infrastructure program. He's going to take corporate taxes down to a sensible level and get rid of loopholes. He's going to get a lot done, and nothing has gotten done in a very long period of time. And if you're an activist investor, you want someone to come in, take over, and get things that need to get done. And I think that's extremely bullish for growth in the United States. And he's also going to, I think if you look at his financial advisors, they're not your typical presidential financial advisors. They're business people. And the United States is the biggest business in the world. It deserves to be run by a business person. And I think he will attract the best and brightest to help him grow the country. So I think it's very bullish from an investor point of view. I think he's going to reduce regulation. He's going to get rid of the sclerotic Washington, D.C. I think that's going to increase the bullishness of CEOs. And I think that's why the stock market's going up.
I'm almost on the floor hearing you say this.
I really mean it.
Only because I think the last time I talked to you, you were supporting Hillary Clinton.
No, it's not true.
Not true.
I've supported Mike Bloomberg. I worked really hard to get Bloomberg elected. First, I've tried to get him to run, and for the same reasons, right? I thought Bloomberg would be a better candidate for, he's a better, closer match for me on social issues and Supreme Court issues and some other things. But I've said for years that if we could actually have a business person run the country, that would be a wonderful thing for America. So I think, first of all, I had one of the great meetings of all time with Donald Trump about 20-something years ago. I'll never forget that one. But I'd take the rest of this panel to tell you about that meeting. But it was
Tell us about that meeting.
It was just a great meeting. No. Bad idea. But here's what I can
hint.
So I spent an hour and a half with Donald Trump 20-something years ago about Rockefeller Center, because we were a big shareholder of a company called Rockefeller Center Properties, and he had an idea, and we wanted to work on it together, and ultimately it didn't work out, but I met him then. And then I saw him at a wedding maybe a number of years ago. But I know Ivanka a lot better than I know Donald Trump, and I've been a big fan of hers. And I think my most bullish argument I can make for Donald Trump is if he produced, it's hard to produce children of that kind of quality. And I think that speaks obviously to him. So I woke up bullish about America. And you can say what you want about, some personal qualities, issues, et cetera. But I believe in the American people.
Can we just talk about the transformation of your thinking on this? Because I don't remember you thinking this way before.
I woke up in the morning.
No, I know. On Wednesday morning, you woke up in the morning. But
Look, my concern about Donald Trump was volatility. My concern was, who knows what he's going to do, right? And then I woke up and I said, you know what? This guy just became president of the United States. This is going to be his legacy. Does he want to screw it up? No, he wants to be the greatest president the country's ever had. And I remember when I was a kid, Ronald Reagan getting elected, and people said the guy was a clown, he was an actor, he didn't know anything. And we look back, people think of Ronald Reagan as one of the greatest presidents we've had. Now, this is a guy who knows how to build things, get them done on time and on budget. And by the way, that skill is very useful when you're going to spend $1 trillion on fixing the infrastructure of the country. And when you're going to, but look, the American people are very wise. And the American people voted not only to put Donald Trump in the presidential seat, but to keep control of the Congress and the Senate in the hands of the Republicans, which means the president can be effective. And we've not had opportunity in a very, very long period of time. And I think that's very bullish for growth. And a lot of things that should have happened haven't happened for many years. Corporate tax reform is something that's been talked about forever. It's probably the single biggest thing we can do to drive growth in the country and to prevent companies going to Ireland and Luxembourg and wherever else they go.
What did you do on Wednesday morning in the market?
Nothing. we already own what we own, so nothing. I'm not Carl Icahn. I give Carl credit. He left the Trump rally at 10 to go trade,
apparently invested $1 billion.
Index futures. That's not really what we do, but I think it's very good for the companies that we own. So we're long America, And so I have John Oliver to take care of Herbalife, and I have Donald Trump to take care of the rest of the portfolio. I'm done.